Well, I don't have a ton of time, so I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to hop into this. I'm just gonna have to get going, or I will absolutely run out of time. I'm still a little sussed out by this. Surprised and sussed out. Normally, I don't see a bearish approach like that, only for it to return around. Yeah, I guess you could stay on there for a minute. No, I actually need to move you. And this was just a note to myself here. Nothing, I mean, nothing personal by it. Just a note to myself. Yeah, I don't know, man. And you missed the low again? Sussed out by that. I'm sussed out by that. A lot of highs that we can take out here. Where's my thingy? Where's my majiggy? Fuck, we'll just include that high too. Well, then the things that I'm interested in the most are going to be probably this guy. I think I'm interested as early as this guy, though. So I'm just going to throw another little mini idea here. Can we trust the old orb? I mean, it seems like that's the direction the market wants to move today. I'm less than sure yet, but maybe on the long side, we can trust the orb up to some of these targets. And then let's see here. Let's go back to Coinbase. I don't even know if I. Yeah, whatever. Don't matter to me. Don't matter to me. Go back to Coinbase. If I can push the right buttons. Where, dude? What am I doing? Okay, is it this? Is this where I'm at? Yeah, this is where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyways, why was I coming to this chart? I was coming to this chart to say it's hella bearish to lose this low. I know I posted about it yesterday, but I'm going to blab about it right now. we really don't want to see a close under here like this. I think that could quite literally take us back to 97.9. Yep, said it, and moving on with my life. Now, if this range breaks to the upside, I'd be targeting the all-time high of something like that. And I'm still interested in shorting the all-time high. This will make it look a little better, though. This long extended range. Yeah, this long extended range beneath an interaction to the all-time high will make me feel a lot better. Sure will. And then let's see on this guy. Is that true? Let me reorient. Yeah, there's another short I'm interested in, which is up here. And get back on there. I'm still gonna monitor this zone. And for a possible short. And obviously that guy. Yeah, and long wise, yeah, I mean, there's, we could try and follow some structure up today. I mean, like, is this the only back test we were meant to receive? I don't know. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, currently as it stands right now, if I saw this leg fall apart, I would be interested in shorting. If it did it like pretty quick here, like something like that, I'd be interested in shorting. I don't think you're going to see that, but I'm just trying to prepare for all scenarios here because I'm going to be gone for a while. So, just trying to get everything out of my head. Trying to get it out. Muckin, just cover it. Kulat, Colin Crypto. Top of the morning, people. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Got out of my short yesterday down here. Got long. Got out of my long. Like over in this area, it was just not looking. It was just not looking hot. Currently not in any trades. But that'd be so weird to drag it up, fill shorts, drag it down, fill longs, and then lose this. This leg likely continues today. Because see, if we start breaking this, then I'm really not super keen in a long out of this area anymore, unless you can do the opposite thing, right? Well, not that thing. In the event that you do break this and then come down in here, I will then require this to happen before I can long. But in the interim, I don't see that as being the case. I don't see that as being the case at all. I see that as just continuing up. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna involve myself in this. No, I do not suspect that I'm gonna be involving myself there. No, no, I'm actually, if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, and I'm probably not the only one. I'm done with this range. I'm just done. I'm done with it. I have no interest in trading it anymore. Just zero interest in trading this range anymore. I mean, best trade I got in the range was here. And outside of that, it's been pretty shit trading inside this range. If I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we got something here. Yeah, I got something along those areas, but still, it's not been a great range to trade. This really has not been a great range to trade. That's an interesting perspective on the 30 though, because it's like you're coming down, right? You're going boom, 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 boom. This is an internal portion, but nonetheless, you get the point. heading down, and so like an SFP of this level is also pretty interesting, because that breaks your primary structure headed back up to targets like this and this. And yeah, that doesn't look so hot. Which again, that's where, you know, I don't if this breaks, like I'm gonna consider a short here. But at this point, I would want it to come down from this high and break this low. I don't want it to come back up again, and then, well, I don't know. Well, I'll worry about that when I see it. But yeah, I would still be interested in shorting if we lose that low right there. So I think I'm going to poke an alert on here, see if anybody wants to look at anything else. And what's up, buddy? What's up, Alex O Crypto? Yeah, we'll take a look at ETH. We'll take a look at the ETH coin. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very trusting of this idea right now. I'll say it one more time before we move on to see ETH. Well, actually, might need to hang out here a second. Even though I told myself I wasn't going to get involved in anything, I have to see this. If we come down below 106,880, I'm going to have to see this to consider this. And I don't know. I'm going to zoom out here, and y'all have a link to my charts, so I'll just leave this stuff on here. And we'll go take a look at ETH. Make sure I have some volume turned up here. It's kind of awkwardly positioned like Bitcoin. It's kind of awkwardly positioned. A couple things I'll say about this off the hop is failure to initiate past this high here is not bullish. Now, you did come down and pull this low out, but not bullish. Dang it. Did my alert go off over here? Hold, please. Yeah, I don't... That's not quite a break of that line yet. That could be the actual orb retest. See, I have to see this lost to be bearish, not SFP'd. SFP here, and I'm bullish. Break here, and I'm bearish. And that is looking more like a break to me. Okay, let's get this weird line out of the way. Let's mark some supply on here. See if we can get a retest on this. I think in a circumstance like this, because we have rotated off the bottom of the range here, we have initiated above this high. I think I'd like to see a minimum of like a bearish engulfing candle, right? So say we get like a, good Lord, why is it I can never hit the right button to save my fucking life? So you get some bullish candles coming back up in here, because you're not going to have market structure. I don't pay for the seconds chart. So you see some bullish candles coming back in there. I'm going to want to see something like engulf bearishly. before I'm interested in shorting out of there. Does that make sense? This candle bearishly engulfing the bullish candle, something along those lines. I think that's what the activity I would be looking for on a retest. Tell me that's not the fucking retest, bruh. 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 We were peeping ETH here. Yeah, so overall not bullish to have come from this demand that created the inefficiency that brought you to this high here. To re-interact with it, flip structure, and then not take the high out and instead roll down, coming below this low. Not an overly bullish look, in my opinion, on ETH. Now, you did break a little bit of structure here. This is an order block. This 3-minute candle right here is what, you know, kind of created these candles here that brought you up over this high. So like this is demand. But like, where did that low come in? For me, that low came in nowhere relevant. It just absolutely nowhere relevant. Not into it. So let me delete a lot of the stuff on the inside of this, so we can kind of clear out the perspective. Let's delete this. So I would say if this demand works and takes you up above this high here, I say you're going to be able to trade that probably as high as 24.75. And I would start looking for short around there. What do we do if we don't get up there? If we don't get up there, and this move was just a liquidity grab to come back and break this low, then you might have 3 R's left in it. It's a little shy, though. It's a little shy, though. Now, there could be an initiation below 2380, but I don't know, a little shy. Bitcoin, really, bruv? Are you serious? That was all the retest you had in you? What a, that's fine. I really shouldn't be trading today anyway. I mean, if you could get something a little more juicy to form where you like do a pull up and then snap below the low, if you could get something like that, then I think you could possibly adjust this idea, but I don't know if it really helps the risk reward. It helps it a touch, and that's like a big if, right? That's like a big if you get that. Yeah, that's a big if. Yeah, it's not like, can anybody come up with a bullish reason to come down here? I'm really struggling to do that, guys. I'm really struggling to do that. The very initial point in which you broke any manner of structure, and that is like 30-second structure right there, is this guy. And obviously we had some inefficiency coming out of the area. We're interacting with it now, but at this point, all I want this to do, it's not going to do it for me because I can already tell it's eating on my face today. All I want it to do is take me up to there so I can short. But yeah, yeah. So then we zoom out on ETH and we take a look at some more higher time frame ideas, and we go like, okay, well, this looks fucking problematic, in my opinion. This looks fucking problematic. because you already have evidence of like a Model 1 distribution here that then turned around and broke the low. You form a range right inside of this big fat chunk of price that broke the low. This matches exactly to the drawing I used on the supply and demand video. With your inefficiency being here, right? And here. And so to come back into this, it's fine to range here, but when you pulled, let me zoom in. When you pulled the low of the range here, and then failed to break the high of the range, placing weakness upon thy low, yeah, it doesn't fucking look good. When I zoom out and look at the 4-hour chart, I suspect that this area is going to set a lower low. Which makes me have to readjust the target on this to like here for the initiation, mitigation, continuation kind of thing. So not particularly looking super hot over on ETH, if you want my opinion, which I guess you did. That's why you asked for it. Not so great over there. 106.259 was the long entry this morning. Jesus H fucking Christ. Woo! Woo! Wowzers. Holy Toledo. What an entry. Are we surprised at all, though? We're not surprised. It's fucking Alexo Crypto we're talking about. We're not surprised. Man, I hope in a dream when I drew that line. I was like, looks like the spot. Wasn't so sure about it, I'm not gonna lie, but we didn't ask for this, we asked for ADA. Not good. Not good. You're forming an uptrend. Boom, boom, higher highs, higher lows, right? You break this low, start crawling down, back test, come down into demand, you form another range, right? You pull the low of it, you break up above the high, you come back down, S&P the primary low between here and here, have another rise, come back down into demand, have another rise, fail the high, break the low that created the high. Break the low that created the high, right? Where does it send you marching? That sends you marching down to your next low. Now you interact with that low, but this is a piss poor return to zone. And by return to zone, I mean the top of the range, right? We have a range low and we have a range high. Return to the top of the range, return to zone looks piss poor. Removal of liquidity, break prior to interacting with the low, looks piss poor to me. I don't like it at all. Not even a little bit. There's no amount of me that is ever going to like this. So I would, I'd currently be looking to short out of here to new lows. Probably as low as here. Let's put some targets along the ride. I'm going to be honest, it's the only local target I like. Outside of that, I just want the low. Ugh. Not good. Not good. Right? Alex was the demand, right? See, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened on this chart, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened on this chart. Liquidity entered here, and they exited up here, right? And they are no longer long, right, Alex? I'm going to guess Alex is no longer long. Enter, exit. See, if old market maker, aka Alex O'Crypto, was still long, he wouldn't have needed to bring it back down this low to refill his position. Something tells me our man, the market maker, Mr. Alex O'Crypto, was perfectly happy with that because he aced his fucking entry and closed out in profit and moved on with his life. Just like the market maker did. I got a little bit of time still. Did I miss anything else up in the chats? I missed some good mornings. Missed some good mornings to Apula and Jesus and R Pink and and JB Hulk Smash. Yeah, Alexo is the market maker. He is the market maker. He doesn't even try to hide it either. You know what I mean? Like, he does it live. He fucking market makes live. Yeah, we looked at ADA. Yeah, because he's the market maker, guys. I was just reading Apula's statement there. Because he is the market maker. All right. XRP, can you just not give me bad news today, bro? I'm trying to go on vacation. Can you not give me bad news? Because XRP actually looked quite different than a lot of other things yesterday. I mean, overall, I would say it looks better than fucking Bitcoin does. Right? At least you have XRP. At least looks like this, like up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Has not even lost 50% of this range yet. On its back test into it, like it now, if this low at 21,690 breaks, well, you're in fucking trouble there. But so far, up, initiation. Bitcoin no do that. Bitcoin no do that. We were on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, Bitcoin no initiate. It's clean at the back at the bottom of its range here. Yeah. So XRP actually looks way better here to me than Bitcoin does. Looks way better. What's Doge doing? Let's find out. I'm gonna guess it's in the bearish bucket. I'm gonna guess the bears got a hold of it and it's in the bear bucket. Just delete all this. You know, it went a little too far. I'd like to leave this on. So let's try that again, shall we? Fuck is this? Go away. Doge might be interesting to long at the low. It hasn't tagged this area. A lot of other charts made it to it and had a pretty bullish result, and it exists right below the range low. So not such a hateful look. I mean, all I'm saying is you have a range up here. You have failed Xi top of it, placing a weakness upon Xi low of it, but the low actually has support underneath it. So yeah, so I think it would be interesting to look for something like that on Doge. This is looking a little shallow on the SL just because I think it could go for a deeper mitigation into here. Actually, you don't want it too deep because you're Garen F and T'd, you're going to break 4-hour market structure if you come too far below this low. So you don't want it to hang out there too long. But I would still look for some love off the 693 area. I think you could see some climb here. And I think you may have the potential to trade it, up to that would be a that would be a very significant take profit for me there. Because to me, if you can, let me put it this way. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, it's about what I figured. If you can come down into an area like this, maybe get the 5-minute on your side, come up, smoke this 15-minute high right here, then I think you can trade up into supply at that point. And then it's just going to be a big fat question of whether you can crack supply or not. Because if you can crack supply, well then, Avi, you're coming for that high there. And if you can't crack supply, then you're gonna you're gonna go marching back towards the range low, and you are likely going to fail it. So the next move I would be prepared for is nothing like that. It is this guy. And I would shoot for a new low. Now again, obviously it could rotate all the way up here, and it could fucking initiate there for all I know. I just know that this area here and this area here are the two primary points of interest for me on the chart. Yeah. Womp fucking womp, guys. Womp fucking womp. Womp womp. It's not good. It is not good. That was the other thing I said in my post last night, is you may see some love out of this area, only to provide a lower high or a lower low that fills up all those inefficient candles. All right, let's do some cleanup on Isle Bitcoin. Kiss that fucking idea goodbye. Actually, we'll probably leave the... No, I'm not. I don't need the orb. Now we have to reimagine the chart. Yeah, now we have to reimagine the chart. Now we know, let's get all this other junk off of here. All that junk off of here. Now we know that we're going to return 30-minute structure if we break 107.139, right? We'll return 30-minute structure to bullish. And we'll have a whole bunch of liquidity up above it to run. Check. We now know this to be true. All right. So a back test to this range ideally should happen between the zone of 106,233 to 106,147, that line that we put, or 106,139, right? So I would want from here to here, and then I'd want to short its pants off of it and put it into its summer clothes. And outside of that, I'm still waiting for those, and I would now be treating I know I'm giving you lots of options. I get it. I would treat all 4 of these ideas as swing trades, as potential swing trades. I would be entering them knowing that they have the potential to become swing trades. To the crypto abyss. Yep. Yep, I would be extending targets on. I don't. The exception of this one, I'd feel different about that. But the rest of these would all indicate lower highs for lower lows for me. Womp, motherfucking womp. Hey, good. Good. Get in your beautiful pink box and get the hell up to the north and break 30-minute market structure and shit on all of my TA. I don't want any of this to happen. None of it. None of it at all. No. I want none of it to happen. So get out of here with this bullshit. You got 1 minute and 13 seconds, or 1 hour, 13 minutes left on this 4-hour candle body close, which is going to break the 4-hour structure up here. And I want to be wrong badly. I want to be wrong badly. Very badly. Very, very badly. Yes, very badly indeed. But y'all know what I'm looking for. So we could go. I got a bunch of work to do today, and then we'll hit the road tomorrow morning and drive up to the lake. It's only about a 2-hour drive from here, and then we're gonna go to sweet places like this. Here, look, I'm gonna brag. I'm gonna brag. Make you guys jealous. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll take this one. So, like, an example of where I'm going to be. It's a pretty iconic place in the United States here. It's called Horseshoe Bend. There is the Glen Canyon Dam exists right over here on the Colorado River. And then this is kind of at the beginning of the Grand Canyon here. I'll be right over here on the other side of the dam. That's where I'm gonna be hanging out tomorrow morning. I'll go see this one. Gosh, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna go pay a visit to old Bart, which might be exactly what we're doing right now. Old Bart. I'm gonna go see old Bart while I'm up there. It's called Lone Rock. And he's such a fucking Bart. And he broke 4-hour market structure. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. It is gonna be hot up there, but the so like it's still a really arid climate. And so if you wear like really thin long sleeve shirt or whatever, just soak that in the lake and put it on. You freeze your ass off up there. So you just it's hot, but there's water. Stay cool. All right, I am this belonged down here with like this up here and I'm gonna set an alert here. Once per bar, please. And yeah, I can look at like another coin or so and then I'm gonna go get to work and do my final vacation prepping. Any positive movers out there in the market? What's this MAV thing doing? It just looks like it just grabbed all that liquidity. I mean, now it could go up, don't get me wrong, but what it definitely did was smoke all those fucking stop losses right there. That's for sure. That's faux show. Hmm. What an a-hole, Swarm. What an a-hole. I think that would have been the cooler short, but no, you want to hit the upper supply range, huh? You want to hit the upper one like a ninny. Yeah, I should have a. It should be a pretty good trip. Should be a pretty good trip. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining me again, guys. Stay safe. Stay safe. I'm gonna say it one more time. Sorry, you always have to hear me repeat myself. Um, so here's what I'm gonna leave you with. Okay, here's what I'm gonna leave you with. I'm gonna leave you with this idea. We have been up here in this range, whether we want to come from this, we'll come from the first black candle. We've been up in that range for 7 days. That gave plenty of time for market makers to reaccumulate in this area prior to a run at the all-time high. 7 days is more than enough time to reaccumulate. They could have absolutely filled large bags long in this area for a run at the all-time high. Plenty of opportunity to do so in here. So there's no good reason to be down here, right? We can objectively determine that the supply that has entered in the market in this area is greater than the demand that has entered the market in this area. Things are hella what's the word that I'm looking for? Like we're fucking the US is dropping bombs on people, okay? In the Middle East. It's not fucking good, guys. We got tariff situations going on. It's just not particularly good. Um so buckle up, buttercups. Fucking buckle up. And stay safe, secure your capital. Um and yeah, I'll and watch for waterfalls. Let's look at some waterfalls. What's a good area to look at a waterfall at? I know that was one. I know this was one. Let's look at this one. So if you remember this time back in Bitcoin, if you were trading the asset back here, everybody's going like, well, at least I was like, hey man, we all the way up here. Why not just pop this fool? Why not just pop that guy, right? Like we're right here. Let's just pop that fucker. And then we lost, 4 hour plus market structure in that area. Where were we? It was way back here. Then we lost 4 hour plus market structure right here. And and you see things like this where you have these little pull-ups and then these smash downs. Pull up, smash down. And it can print these things. These are little waterfall spots. I just came up with that name right now. Watch for things like this to develop on the way down. Sorry, I know I'm being so fucking bearish right now, but anyways, y'all be having the good ones. I am still waiting for. Am I even on the right chart? I'm still waiting for this demand to provide some lift to backtest this range, and then I'm going to enter short. Right, I have my alert set right here at 106.277, and I am waiting for it to backtest that range. You get it. This. I kept trying to grab this thing so I could like move it. I'm waiting for this. All right. Bye-bye, guys.